Yeah, I want to talk about this deal with Adam Kokesh getting released from prison. And somehow I don't trust it. Hey, I'm just going by my gut. I don't trust it. Guy's a media hound, man. Big time. And Alex Jones. The thing is, if he would have had to stay in or, had to walk around with an ankle bracelet or some shit. I know it's unjust and he didn't do anything wrong, but I sort of feel him too. He was doing a bunch of shit that was screwed up. Basically, encouraging people to light up in public when you knew it was against the law. I mean, if you have to break the law to survive, that's one thing. But just stick it right in somebody's face and say, I'm going to do it just because I can, you're asking for trouble. And that's basically his method. Then Alex Jones is like playing a game. So now he's out of prison, and I guess the march is going to go on hand like it used to, or all planned, and I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Not at all. Now, this guy, I didn't even realize till later on that he used to work for RT, which is Vladimir Putin. I'm going to say this. Anybody working for RT or is associated with that is a bunch of garbage, basically. That's the way I look at it. A lot of people just don't like, I'm going to pay this. With Vladimir Putin, he has the image like he's a reformer. He was against the oligarchs and all this kind of garbage. You know what? I think the oligarchs are a better alternative than going back to the Tsar. Because basically that's what it is. It's Tsar Putin. And this guy's a bigger crook than any oligarch ever was. I know the oligarchs weren't so freaking perfect in Russia. They did stuff that was screwed up. The damn Putin, man, with his billion-dollar villas and his $200,000 worth of watches, he's probably way more wealthy than the oligarchs, and it's money and power that keeps the heat off of him. You know why Putin's got to stay in power? Because the next guy that comes in is probably going to investigate him and slam him. Common sense 101. Now, actually, if you want to get on the side of something that's bad news, I say support your local starving oligarch from Russia, because I think those guys are down on the bottom now. The former guy that was one of the wealthiest people in Russia, he's in prison right now because of Putin for tax evasion. Yeah, right. And Putin supposedly makes, what, $200,000 a year? Oh, sure. No tax evasion there, huh? So, actually I think there is a lot of stuff to fight the elite. And you know what the elite is? One of them is Tsar Putin. And guess who Adam Kokesh works for? Tsar Putin in Russia today, basically, right? So what kind of game is he playing? Is he trying to tear up the United States while he's saying, we're trying to defend our constitutional rights? That's exactly what I think he's doing. When your back is to the wall. Say, for instance, it is illegal. Say medicinal marijuana oil is illegal. It is illegal, right? If say your back is to the wall, and you have the guy in Montana. He had his little boy. He was 2 or 3 years old. He actually got in trouble for it, but he used the medicinal marijuana to save his kid from cancer, and it worked. Well, you're not going to go I got medicinal marijuana and go right to a cop and say, look, I got it too. It should be, this is bullshit. That's unconstitutional. You don't do that kind of shit unless you're freaking deliberately trying to ask for trouble. Now, if you have a family member that's dying of cancer and you think that medicinal, I don't even know if it works or not. Probably does. Rick Simpson seems to think so. But say, you believe it's going to work and save their life, and you had to do something illegal and get medicinal marijuana because you want to save a family member's life. Well, that's a different story. But you're not going to throw it right in front of a cop's face. And by the way, see, the cop found out about it. I'd almost bet most cops would think, well, you saved your family's life. You saved grandpa or grandma or some shit, or your kid or whatever, right? They probably won't, if you act nice to them, they're human, they probably ain't going to freaking screw you over anyway. I know it's screwed up laws that we got in the United States, and I know why. It's the medical establishment and the oil industry. So then, why are you fighting against the cops? Why don't you fight against the medical establishment and the oil industry? Why not demonstrate at David Rockefeller or some shit? You know what I mean? I mean, he's a popular guy to throw stones at, but I got a feeling he's not the main guy. But you know what I mean? This is all just creating hate and dissent for no reason. It's not doing nothing. It's just breaking up America. And I guess KGB Panarin just loves it. And so does Putin. So, but I got to say this too. You know, a lot of people support Putin because he was against the oligarchs, and the oligarchs, yeah, they're pretty crooked. But I think Putin's a bigger crook. But the other thing is anti-Semitism. The oligarchs a lot of times were Jewish, and a lot of Russians just don't like Jews, man. I noticed that. That's a fact. But you know, and I also see some of the stuff that people point at and they say, you know, it's like in a religion that Jews are going to run the world and they're the God's chosen people. And you know what? It still don't mean nothing that they're going to do nothing bad. You know? I mean, if I was Jewish and I was a top guy in the United States, you think that would mean that, and I thought I was, you know, destined to rule the world. You think that would mean that I would be wanting to do harm to people? No. Crap. I mean, look, you know, I take care of my cat, right? I mean, shit. I mean, I definitely take care of people. I got an interest in health and helping others. So, if I was an elite, would I do something harmful to somebody? If I was an oligarch and I was a multi-billionaire or some shit, would I? No. That's the way Jews are, too. Jews are good people, man. Majority of them. I know not every. And you know, I gotta point this out at the end here, man. I see this crap so much on the internet about the Rothschilds. Oh man. You know, I tell you what, if I was a Rothschild and had all these billion-dollar mansions out there with all the gardens and all the priceless architecture and artwork, I guarantee you I would never want to destroy the world in a million years or upset the apple cart for myself. You know, I think the real devils are in the military. Watch out for them. And watch out for Adam Kokesh, because I think this guy is a scam. Big time, man. Anybody that's hooked in with RT and Vladimir Putin and Alex Jones is a freaking scam. And you know what? There's a good part of lunkheads that ain't going to ever figure that out. That's the problem. They'll never figure that out in a million years. But if you want to go fight something, I don't know. Hey, fight for an oligarch, to tell you the truth. You know, Adam Kokesh is for Putin? Hell no. I side with the oligarchs all the way. Tell you what, they're not perfect, but they're better than Vladimir Putin, Tsar Putin, with all his wealth. And you know what's going on with Adam, man. Adam he's working with the man. And I think Alex Jones is working with the man, too. The communist man. You know what I mean? And what they're doing is they're pitting you against some of the most patriotic people there are that believe in the Bill of Rights, that are in the military and in the police force. Don't go freaking putting your face right in front of a cop and trying to, you know, get them all pissed off. That's ridiculous. It's stupid. And like I says, if you got to go, you know, you're not going to go light up marijuana and like taunt them. If you got to get marijuana oil to save a family member, that might be a smart thing. You're not going to tell them about it. If the cop found out about it, and you know, you saved a family member of cancer, you think the cop's necessarily going to screw you over? Maybe not. I mean, you sure as hell wouldn't brag about it all over the place, would you? Like a freaking Adam Kokesh. Anyway, just hope people see through it, because I think a lot of people don't. I kind of expected him to get out early. I don't trust this guy at all.